lighthouse, shining in the darkness.
So I'm sitting here with my friend Tony Hudson. I'm the, executive director of Blue Jacket.
Yes.
So tell my crew a little bit about what Blue Jacket is.
So Blue Jacket, we're a 15-year-old nonprofit that provides pre-employment training and staffing services to anyone with a barrier to employment.
Okay, so you actually started this 15 years ago because you saw a need in the community.
Yes.
So kind of similar to the story of the Lighthouse, where
Yes.
the need was there, someone stepped up and took over. So we have a partnership. So when a guy comes to the Lighthouse needing job training, we will send them to you. So talk about what that looks like.
So, this is a unique partnership because Brandon, we partner with a lot of organizations in Fort Wayne.
Yeah.
And a lot of those organizations will make referrals to our organization, to Blue Jacket. They'll either make a recommendation to their client or they'll say, nope, we're forcing you to go. This is something you need.
Yeah.
And they graduate and we never talk to the referral ever again. The person goes off and gets a job. We keep in contact with them. And the cool thing about our program is that we keep in contact with them for life. Much like I'm assuming you will
Sure.
keep in contact with your graduates as well. But
As much as possible.
yes, as much as they want to,
Yes.
they want to look at us as a resource that they benefited from, and not a kind of a black eye and the dirty story of the dirty journey in their life. But how does a partnership work between the Lighthouse and Blue Jacket differ from all the other referral agencies? Is that you guys actually make a concrete referral where you will not only show up to graduation and celebrate that transition from our pre-employment training to their next step, which is a job, but you keep in contact with our employees, our case managers, to make sure that those who are in their walk with sobriety and those who are in their walk with concrete employment, gainful career-based employment, that those two are blended together and we continue to talk, which I'm wowed every time I see you and your staff at a graduation in our little dungeon in our lower level in our building, which hopefully we remodel as beautiful as this place here.
Yeah, I see you're doing some painting and stuff. So it surprises me that other agencies don't do that, that they're not involved in the lives of those they refer. So
Well, we keep in contact with them, and they know that their clients are consumers of a service, so they're
Sure.
consuming the Blue Jacket Career Academy and all the services we have to offer. We give free clothes to our students, as you know, and they're going to walk away, hopefully a better person after consuming those services. But I think it's a check mark. They have case managers have so many things to monitor when someone is on their walk to redemption and gaining their independence and livelihood back. That, okay, did they get their license? Check. Did they get a job? Check. Did they get training? Check.
Sure.
Are they going to counseling? Check. And I know, to their credit, it's probably pretty difficult, but you being present shows your guys' hearts. And I'm not saying that there are other entities that, just this Friday we had a couple Pearl agents, which was pretty neat.
very cool.
So it does happen, but not as frequently as the Lighthouse.
Sure. It wasn't your parole agent.
No, it wasn't.
Very cool. So we provide this need for guys who struggle with addiction to have safe housing, to provide some programming stability. Tell me, you have people that are in your program that are in desperate need of our services. So talk to me a little bit about that.
So let's just crunch the numbers for a second.
Okay.
3,000 people plus have graduated from our training since we started.
Okay.
So that's a lot of human beings that have graduated our program, and we acknowledge that about 55% of them have substance abuse disorder or substance abuse in their history. So you imagine the 55%, that's a big number.
That's
right?
a huge number.
That's like 1,600 people that have gone through our program that have abused drugs or alcohol in the past or other type of things, or individuals that are active in recovery or people who need to be active in recovery and actively using at that very moment. So imagine those human beings who say, yeah, I just need to get a leg up. Our staff are pretty keen to knowing when someone's using and they don't make it through our process.
Yeah.
But what about the ones that are pretty sly and they filter through the cracks? Well, then we get them a job. And when do you think addictions really show their ugly head? It's on the job.
Yeah.
So we make a placement at a company that trusts us for someone who isn't active in recovery. And how does that look for Blue Jacket that we made that placement, that person flew under the radar, that they're using, or they relapse perhaps,
Sure.
and we weren't able to prevent that. So why are you guys so important? Because that blends the ability for someone to say, I need, well, first of all, I need the Lord. I have a void that needs to be filled in the first place. Second, I need people who really care for me. And third, I need an active recovery program so that when I'm out there productive in this world, that I'm walking the same walk and I'm not living one life and another one that's tangential to it.
Sure. It makes sense. And one of the things that we don't want to do as the Lighthouse is to recreate services that are already there. We had talked about job training programs and things, and we just decided no, we're not gonna do that when there's a great program in Blue Jacket that we can utilize. So I love the partnership that we have, and I think it's great. And
I'm going to cut you off.
Okay.
You're going to say something, but for those of you who are watching, many times the quality of a program has a lot to do with its leader or leaders, right? Brandon, that you decided not to go into the world of workforce development is it's honorable for me, right?
Sure.
You're not recreating the wheel. You're going to put faith and trust in a program that's been around for a long time. You could. A lot of programs do.
Yep.
And that's okay if they do. Maybe they have a better program than us, and that likely happens out there, but you chose not to do that. You have your swim lane, we have ours. And we're not going to go into addictions counseling, and we're not going to provide halfway houses either.
Sure.
Blue Jacket has their swim lane. But it's honorable when I have a phone call from a colleague and he says, hey, we're looking to diversify the way we raise funds, and we're going to start a thrift store. How does that work with your thrift store who's been around for about 5 years?
Sure.
I don't get those calls from a lot of people. That, to me, says a lot about your integrity.
very cool.
And I have to say, everyone who's watching this, you know that Brandon's going to be above bar. He's going to make these calls. They're difficult calls to make because you're ready to say, hey, if this is going to be in competition with the Blue Jacket Clothing Company, then we're not going to do it, or we're going to do it differently.
Yeah.
And of course you're doing it because we need more thrift stores out there. We need for you to be healthy and diversify your revenue streams. So
Yeah.
I am a big believer that happens behind closed doors that a lot of people who are viewing this don't know. So
Yeah. I do have to say my thrift store's better. What our viewers don't
I laugh.
what our viewers don't know is we take a lot of our dress clothes that we don't sell well and we donate them on to you. So I've
Thank
taken
you.
truckloads of things over to you guys just because they don't sell in our store. We sell everyday clothes. You sell upscale business clothes.
Yeah.
So-
Well, and we give, we would have never had a thrift store. In fact, I don't think we've ever broken even. We're financially, we're always under the red line mark. And, but it's there to give clothes
Yeah.
to our students who attend our training. Yeah, we sell so we can employ people that go through Blue Jacket as well. It may not be as financially awesome, but it's really quality awesome.
For sure. And we give our guys clothing too, and I'm sure we've shared that between clients. So very cool. If someone wanted to know more about Blue Jacket, where would they go?
BlueJacketInc.org, or come to our Fantasy Lights event in November.
Fantasy of Lights, this big spectacular.
It's the most COVID-friendly event in the entire world, but we're not here to talk about that.
Okay. BlueJacket.org.
BlueJacketInc.org.
BlueJacketInc.org. So visit Tony Hudson at BlueJacketInc.org, and thank you for your time today and touring our new facility and your partnership.
Please give.
Yep. Thank you.
Before us, you're the brightest.